Hey all, so this video is a continuation on our data source series. In this video, we will see how to import data from a SQL server. Okay, so for this, we are using this SQL server, which is free SQL database. Okay, let me show how this looks when you first log in. Okay, because I have already created this account, it is allowing me to log in. Okay, if not, you need to create an account in this, and your username and password will be redirected to your email ID. So once you set up, you can log in. Okay, check those options and create on login. Okay. So once you set up everything, you will see this database details here. Okay, which is created for our use case. Okay, and under this there is this URL. Follow this link for my PHP admin. Okay, and this is the detail which we will use in our data source to establish the connection between the ServiceNow and this data source. Okay, so using this detail, okay, you can log into this database server. Okay, so the host name is database host name is, this is the server name, and this is the database, and password will be received on your email ID. Okay, so check on this, I am not robot, and you can click on go. Okay, so once this stop loading, you will be reached to this interface. Okay, now because I have created this table here, okay, I can see this SQL. Okay, once it's stop loading, this is bit slow, takes a little bit extra time to load when you are loading it to the first site. Okay, so I have already created this products table. You can create your own table using this new icon. Okay, within this product table, I have created some columns. So when it will finish loading, yeah, I have created these columns like this is the product table which store products for a store. Okay, this is the Nike sneakers, category is footwear. Okay, status. Okay, and we have included a short scripts as well, like the total cost will be the multiplication of price and stock quantity. Okay, so we have this column product total cost in our product table. Okay, now moving on to our ServiceNow instance. Okay, so there we will see how we can make a connection. Here you need to type data source, and under this system import set module you will see here the data source. Okay, this is what I have already created. I'll demonstrate this, but before this I need to explain you the fields which we need to use in this data source. Okay, so you need to give the name of your data source. Let's suppose demo. Okay, now the import set table, you already know whenever we import anything in this ServiceNow system, that directly got imported into this import set table, and using the transform map we transfer the data from import set table to our target table. Okay, so you can give the name, let's suppose test. Okay, and here this is the important thing, what you need to select here is the JDBC. Okay, so whenever you select this JDBC, some option will already got appear. Okay, so here let's understand these columns. Okay, so here the format is, you need to give the format, it is MySQL in this case. Okay, and you need to give the database name, database port. Okay, username, this is the host name you will say. Okay, port will also receive on your email ID, what I believe. Then username and password. Okay, and this is the, you can copy it from here, database host. Okay, database name and username are two different. You need to use here database name here and username here. Okay, then this is the name of the table which we have created, this products table. Okay, so now under this, what I have done, under this we have created this transform map. Okay, and in the transform map, this is the source table which will automatically get populated, which that is the staging table. Okay, and here this is the target table where we wanted to populate our data. Okay, so let's see these two tables first. Okay, so what I am doing here is, it is already having some record, I am deleting as of now. Okay, and this is, where is the staging table? This is the staging table, you product data. Okay, because I recently run this test, so it is having the data, I'm deleting it. Okay, so now all these two tables are empty. Within the product table, I have created these column name, category, status, and total cost. Total cost is the column which is not available here. Okay, so now going back onto our transform map. In the transform map, you will see the option of the field map. Okay, this is the field mapping I already explained in our previous video. You can check from there. Or like U category, this is the field of the import set table, and this is the field of target table. Okay, so we have these three mapping: category, name, and status, which is available on this product table. Category, name, status. Okay, and total cost. Total cost is not directly mapped through the fields, not through the field mapping, but what I have done here is, I have created a transform script. Okay, okay, so this is the on before transform script. It says if the status is out of stock. Okay, what I think here is the available item I need not to order. Okay, which is out of stock in my store, I need to order. Okay, so the total cost will be target dot total cost will be source dot u price dot source dot u stock quantity. Okay, so total cost will be populated from this transform script. Okay, so what I can do now, we can run this transform map. Okay, so this is our data source. I can do what? Load all record. Okay, so when I click on this load all record, what is happening here? All three records which are available on this data source, or I'll say SQL data server, got loaded into our import set table. Okay, so if I reload our import set table now, you will see here the data from that SQL server is now transformed to our import set table. Okay, but if you see here, this is yet up uh, not yet updated. Okay, so all these three records are from where we are getting from this SQL server. So which means our connection has been established to this SQL server. Okay, now my ServiceNow instance is able to fetch the data from that SQL server using this data source, because we have given here this data, uh, all the details here. Okay, now it is making the connection. Okay, so what is now, what is the pending thing now? I need to transform this data. Okay, I'll go back where I have run this. I guess here. Okay. So what I need to do here, I need to click on the run transform. Okay. So if whenever I transform, this is the transform map already selected because we have only one transform map. Okay. So all three data has been now transformed to our target table. We can check here the import log or the transform history as well. You will see here the total three record are inserted. Okay. Let's refresh our target table. This is the target table. Okay. So you will see here the sneaker, muscle bleach protein, all values are now available here, and total cost is the column which is being populated using the on before transform script. Okay, because for out of the stock status. Okay, so this is how we can establish the connection between our JDBC server and our ServiceNow instance. Okay, you just need to set up. There is nothing complex. If you have the detail of your SQL or JDBC or any database server, okay, you just need to provide those details like the database host name, username, select the type as JDBC. Okay, test your connection. Okay, it is very easy. Once you establish the connection, you just need to create a transform map. Okay, these things, transform map, transform script, and how to create a database data source, I have already explained in my previous video. If you have not watched yet, please go and check. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments if you have any doubt in this. I'll check those comments and definitely try to answer each and everything. Thanks.